Hi, welcome to BariNation, where we support the bariatric community with humor, humility, and honesty.
You've just tuned into a podcast that welcomes you into a community, a resource center, and a safe place that powers your journey towards personal wellness.
Our goal is you leave us today feeling hopeful, inspired, and ready to live your best bariatric life. We just entered the bariatric realm. Are you thinking about bariatric surgery? Have you just signed your papers and starting your pre-op? Or did you just have bariatric surgery? Look no further. Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm co-founder of the BariNation podcast, as well as the BariNation support community. Every Wednesday in November, I am leading a beginner bariatrics meetup where folks who have just had surgery, who are entering the bariatric realm just like you, or maybe you've just signed those papers and you're starting on your pre-op. This is the group for you. In this meetup, we support each other, we give tips and tricks, and we just talk out maybe some of those tougher emotions that we may be feeling. This is a peer-led meetup full of great nuggets meant to help you along this seemingly overwhelming journey. So again, I hope to see you every Wednesday in November at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome back, BariNation. I have the privilege of interviewing one of our favorite humans on the planet. Jeannie Boyer is here. She's a registered dietitian. She has a certification in obesity and weight management. She is an expert in the BariNation community, and she is just one of the most amazing humans out there. So, hi, Jeannie. Welcome back.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Every time we get to talk, we always learn something new. And your groups and classes in BariNation are some of our members' absolute favorite. And the question that we have for you today comes straight from the community. People want to know, is there a difference or is there a quality difference between animal versus plant protein? Is one better than the other?
I wish that it was just like, yes or no. It's all based on amino acids. And a long time ago, when I was in school, when we learned about protein, it was like, oh, you have to have all these amino acids. And if it's going to be vegetarian, you have to combine. And then it shifted like, oh, you don't have to combine amino acids from different plant-based proteins to get a complete protein. You just have to eat a variety. And then there's this long acronym. It's like protein digestibility corrected amino acid score. A lot of our our supplements and mostly supplements are judged on this. Like what it means is like, okay, in this product, does it have all 9 essential amino acids? And of those, are they fully digested? Can we really count that list goes in the body and is used? There are some other ones that have come about, some other ways to score proteins, but that's kind of our base. When it comes to animal protein, most of those, like beef, whey, casein, egg, they get a score of 1, meaning like 100% you get to absorb all of the essential amino acids that you need. Whereas plant-based products, it depends on the plant, which let's make it more complicated. So if we have like a soy, those are really pretty good. It's like a 0.9 score. So if whey is 100%, soy is 90%. When you get into other things like pea, oat, wheat, it kind of goes down from there. It's a very long answer.
Well, like so many things along our bariatric journey, and as I have learned as a patient, right, on the nutrition side of things, there is no clear-cut answer. But what I hear you saying is that the only difference really between plant and animal protein is how efficiently our bodies can absorb all of the nutrients in there and how complete that amino acid profile is. So when you are encouraging us to look for complete protein sources, what you're saying is look for a protein or a protein supplement that has all of those essential amino acids to make it 100% complete. And the reason that that is so important is that our body needs those amino acids for basic functionality. So if we're only taking in a protein source that is limited or does not have all of those essential amino acids, things could start to go wrong. And then we need to be aware that we need to find those essential amino acids in other places.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to that, like, variety is the spice of life. Variety is what is going to serve your nutrition well. Like, there's pea proteins. I think this one I have on my desk is a pea-based protein. I love it. It's great. I add protein to my yogurt with it. But what makes that awesome is, like, now this is kind of made better because of the yogurt, because I have that whey, that casein, that good protein, more complete.
Yes.
And then this just bumps up the total grams.
Okay.
But if I was only eating this, I would be missing out on some amino acids.
Yes. So this is kind of why it's also important that we are focusing on whole food eating, right? And whole food protein, because while powders and drinks are a wonderful way for us to supplement, and as a patient myself, there's no way I could physically eat over 100 grams of protein a day. I just don't have that capacity. But when I start my day with a protein coffee that I know is a complete protein source, I can say I've got 30 grams of protein right off the gate. And now I can eat my way through the rest of the day, or maybe I'll choose to supplement later on. But by ensuring that I'm kind of having this mix of this like easily to take in protein with then whole foods later on, I'm ensuring that not only am I hitting my protein goals, but I'm also taking in the vitamins, nutrients, and essential acids that my body needs for peak functionality.
Yeah, right. And I think one of the key words there when we talk about protein is supplement. So this is a protein supplement. It is not the main source of protein. And early on after surgery, it's totally different. Like we all know, like, it's really hard. You're not going to be able to eat the protein that you need 3 weeks after surgery from whole food. But in the long term, what's going to serve you best is a variety. Like, yes, you supplement with a drink, a shake, some powder, but you're getting your protein from a variety of sources. It can be plants and animal. You can be plant-based and get a great amount of protein and all your amino acids.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. There are plenty of members of our community, and I know there are plenty of people who are listening or watching this podcast episode. They are plant-based, right? They are vegan. They don't eat any animal products, and there are billions of people on the planet that do so. So it is absolutely possible to hit your bariatric goals and be 100% plant-based. I think, those two biggest things to know is that, eat a variety of plant-based items. So you can supplement your protein diet, you can supplement your diet with plant-based, things, and then you can also hit those goals by being whole food based. It might not be something that you're going to do the first month or two after surgery, because the focus there is we have to meet these goals, and liquid is the only way that really our body can handle it in those soft foods. That's why there's a liquid stage. That's why there's a pureed and a soft food stage. As our body is healing, we're bringing it back online and we are reintroducing whole foods. But when we get to that 3, 6, 9, year, month mark, really trying to get most of our nutritional needs from whole food is just beneficial for a plethora of reasons.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. I don't think anybody has surgery with the goal or the intention to live on protein drinks for the rest of their lives. Like, that's not what you want to do. So the goal is to eat a variety, to eat normally, not have to always have so much of your diet come from supplements and proteins.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And if you are plant-based, the thing, just a little note, like, each amino acid kind of has different cool jobs in your body. That's why we focus so much on them. And there's 9 that you can't make yourself, which is why we have to eat food. What's cool about food scientists and product developers is they know that. And so if there is a protein, like a plant-based protein that doesn't have that great score, they might put in a little more leucine for muscle protein synthesis, or add a little more arginine or something else for wound healing, whatever that product is geared for. So if you're like unsure about some of your plant-based products, look online, check their website, look at the label, and see if you can find that score and what they're doing to make it better.
And shout out to the BariNation membership community. If you are wondering about this, like if you have products in your home and you're like, I don't know if this is actually complete or whole protein, or I don't really know what I'm looking for, and you don't have an expert to ask that to, if you are a member of the BariNation membership community, you could go hang out with Jeannie at one of her upcoming Q&A sessions, her meetups, or her classes, and you get the opportunity to ask your questions to experts in real time. So Jeannie leads these in BariNation once or twice a month. So if you are listening or watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, I would really like to ask these very specific questions, if you're a member of the community, you get the opportunity to do that all the time in there. So know that that resource is available to you.
And another plug for it, because what I love is like, I'll have a session, all these cool questions, and then I'm like, I have to go find what you're looking for. Or somebody's like, oh, I just found this great recipe or something, and then it's posted in the feed. And so maybe you didn't attend the session, but you get the benefit from just being in that community. It's just a beautiful bow on top there with that.
I couldn't have summarized it better myself. And I so appreciate you do such a great, and so many, all of our experts do a great job of this, but so many, our experts leave with more questions that they're excited to go research and answer. And then they bring that information back into the community. So I love it when I see your post, Jeannie, and you're like, hey, last week somebody asked this really great question. I did some research. Here's what I found, right? And it's like, oh my God, it's just like, in the moment, things that you didn't know that you needed, but because you're an active member of that community and you're like dialed in, you get these little nuggets of wisdom that you didn't know you needed until they like present themselves in your life. And you're like, oh my God, this was something that I've been wondering, or I didn't even know I needed. So yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So Jeannie, if people are wondering about plant versus animal, and now they understand that they need to look for a complete protein source if it's plant, for sure. Are there labels or things that they can be looking for to ensure that whatever product they've selected kind of meets their bariatric guidelines?
So, we started talking about that protein digestibility, blah, blah, blah score. It's really cool information, but it's not often on a product label. What I would look for is just the report of the amino acids. What I can do in BariNation is post a list of the 9 essentials, because I took the test on it and I passed it, but I did not memorize it. So I'm not telling you right now. So you can get those 9 and you can look on the label and be like, okay, check, it's got all 9. The digestibility thing, we could go forever about this. Some of that has to do with like plants have tough cell walls, they have fiber. So some of that digestibility is why it has a poor score, is because you're getting such good fiber. So it doesn't mean peas, oats, whole wheat are bad because they don't have this great protein score. You're getting other goodness from those. So don't discount it. Just go back, get variety, also eat your other sources of protein.
Bingo. Awesome. All right, my friends, Jeannie and I are going to continue this conversation in the bonus episode, and that is available for BariNation members only. So if you would like to continue to watch or listen to this conversation, head to barination.mn.co and become a member today. Jeannie, if people want to continue to connect with you, maybe they'd like to work one-on-one with you, or they want to learn about the programs that you offer, where can they connect with you?
I am on Instagram. It's just Jeannie Boyer RD. And the website is jeannieboyer.com. So super easy. Just remember my name and come say hi.
It's so easy. And we've actually made it even more efficient to connect with Jeannie and with us. If you go down and read the show notes, so the caption of this episode, you're going to find all of these links right in the bottom there. You can just click on that link and you will go straight to our website, and you can go straight to Jeannie. So definitely check out those notes below. All right, my friend. Well, Jeannie, thank you for joining on this podcast episode, and we can't wait to see you in the nation soon.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
That wraps up another empowering episode of the BariNation podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, keep the conversation going by joining the BariNation membership community, where you can attend live support events, access on-demand resources, and find a caring community.
Join us at barination.mn.co. If you found this podcast valuable, help us produce it by becoming a $5 monthly supporter at barinationpodcast.com.
And just remember, at the end of the day, you've got this, we've got you, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.